Hey guys, what's up? This is take 3. The first time my mic didn't work, the second time I wasn't recording. Wait, what? That's not right. Wait, what just happened? Ah, the game stopped. The game crashed. Awesome, cool. Alright, let's load up the game again. Hey guys, editing Caleb here. I didn't record my audio, so here's me doing that. I can kind of barely read it. Here, let me put it over on the screen. Oh, it's really small. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance. She's doing something and whatnot. We've already read this before. Am I sure I want to quit the game? I don't know. I don't think I want to quit the game, but am I going to press yes, though? Yeah, I am, because my audio wasn't working. Alright, see you guys in a second. Bye. Alright, let's see if the thing shows up. Nope. I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's an ordinary school day. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends. Yeah, but it had a part before this. I got a little bit in the recording where I didn't have my mic. I actually recorded some of it, so I'll show you what it looked like before. But for some reason, it's not looking like that now. And every time we said Sayori, it would have her name like all jumbled up and other like weird symbols and stuff. And then there was this weird pixelated monster that appeared on the screen. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls. And I was like, but I have no motivation to join clubs. And then I was like, well, that's kind of contradictory. I wonder how I didn't mention that the first time. Maybe I didn't read this the first time. And then I looked over and I was like, whoa, I haven't even been recording for a minute. That's kind of weird. And then I look over and it says start recording, and I'm like, oh good, I haven't even started. Awesome. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyways. Yeah, because you know, girls don't like anime, but we still want to meet girls, but for some reason we don't want to join any clubs where we could meet girls. Okay, the school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Wait. This is different. That's why I didn't say anything last time. Because Sayori isn't in this existence. That's weird. I really wish I could have recorded the other thing, but for some reason, so what I did is I completely well, actually I didn't this time. I went back to main menu. And it was like, I guess since I went back to the main menu instead of completely exiting out of the game, it like saved after like the weird thing popped up. If you guys have seen another Let's Play, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe it'll show up again, and I'll be like, that's the thing I'm talking about. But, like, that thing popped up, and then it immediately went to where we began this, this part, at least. I don't know why. It just started off here, and there's no way I can, like, even go back to anything else. But you'll just have to believe me. I promise I'm not a madman. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Maybe we should join I don't know, a literature club or something. How interesting would that be? I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I don't know who this is. Caleb? Oh, it's this thing! It's Monica. It's not Sayori. It's Monica. It's fine. We're fine. Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Wow, I feel like we've read something like this before, or thought about it before, you know? Interesting, interesting. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've been looking for some supplies for use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. I'm totally normal. And I said that normally. Totally, everything's fine. Don't act weird or anything, Caleb.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not, yeah, I'm totally cool. I'm chill. Not acting weird at all. Literature? I think that's bunkaku. I think that's what that is. I could be totally wrong. I'm probably wrong. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find any new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. Mostly poetry. That's pretty much all we do. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Oh, wow, really? Wait, really? Caleb is fascinated by it. He's like, somebody say manga? Man, boy, do I love anime. Man, boy, I say.
Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always insists that manga is literature too.
I mean, yeah, there are words in it. And literature is like the study of, like, language, right? Or something like that. I have no idea what literature is. It's about writing.
I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right?
Did Monica say she? A girl? What? Huh?
Hey, Caleb. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at very least visit my club, it could make me really happy. Please.
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? She's so beautiful and I love her. Sure, I guess I could. I mean, I think I have the time to squeeze it in. I guess I could check it out. I mean, yeah, if you want.
Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Caleb. You know that?
It's nothing, really. I'm not that sweet. I mean, I feel like I'm missing something very important. Someone very important.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the Cheerios another time. You're more important.
Whoa. That's right, baby, wink. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I could just stare at it for hours. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
Ah! Stop doing that. Stop that. I know your name, Yuri. Don't act like you're just girl one.
Huh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the mood. Don't be mean, Atsuki. Atsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Caleb.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, Scoob.
So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
Ooh, no, definitely not, no. I mean, not that she's like... Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyways, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's, nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you.
So I ran into Caleb in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Caleb?
I'm mixing Monica and Atsuki's voice, and I know they shouldn't sound anything like each other, but they do! The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all that effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. You know, like literature. Sounds like just another class to take. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I mean, I guess. It's not like I'm saying that for you or anything.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Isn't this like K-On! That's the name of it. I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean, that... You know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Caleb, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Hey, I read a lot of manga, okay? And there are, across all the manga I read, there are a lot of words. So how about you, shut your mouth? Well, I mean, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Don't you agree?
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. That remind you of anything?
I read a horror book once. I just really grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think it, or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, and why's that?
Well, I just do, okay?
Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine, fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care?
Because I think that's totally impressive. I mean, why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them anyways.
Not a very confident one, are you?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence, you know? The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Maybe you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. That's different. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Caleb? Hold on. There's still one big problem.
And what's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. The fact that I never said that I joined the club? Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All the three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But,
I'm sorry, I thought...
Huh?
Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Caleb. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. But it seems like one had died or something, and if we don't find one member before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these gorgeous girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Caleb?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Caleb, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Everything? I mean, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Caleb, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yodi cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
Yeah, totally can't wait either. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. And ruin their life! Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me, because I'm with some 3 bodacious babes. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I mean, I can't just say no. I don't want to, but I can't. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like poems, guys. I don't like poems anymore. Can I just not read ever again? All right, let's read it. Things I like about Papa. Let's read this in like a little kid's voice.
Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, I don't know how that's a poem, really, and I don't know what's all of these dashes. I don't know if that means anything or something. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. And I like when Papa is too tired. Huh. Okay, I have a changing background. And my background changed, like right when I was, like, finished reading the Papa wasn't too tired for anything. So I thought, like, something was going on in the background. I was terrified. I was like, oh, no. That was a great poem. That's a great poem. I'm glad I read that. Let's go for peaceful, since I like peaceful stuff. Let's go with some peaceful stuff. Let's laugh. I love laughter. You know what's great? Summer. Summer's fantastic. Let's do all great stuff. You know what's fun? Not fester. Festering does not sound fun. I like it. I have some good memories. Giggling. Giggling's fun. Boop is also fun. Kiss. I love those. Oh, no, that's not fun. That's Doki Doki. I love the beat of a heart. That's fun. Oh, joy. Joy is fun. Oh, I pressed something else. Don't know what it was. You know what that is? That's pretty lucky. Oh, hope. Hope is really great, Danganronpa. You know what else is great? Imagination. Romance. I love that. That's my favorite one of those things. Boy, do I love nature. It's pretty neat. You can call it nature. Incongruent things. Math isn't that fun, but you know what is fun? Fun is fun. An eternity with my friends. Anime's fun. Heartbeat's fun. When you have them, still. You know, I like, well, I don't know why that's an email, but let's put it just for the heck of it. Kawaii's fun. I love kawaii. Cute Japanese word. Literally meaning cute in Japanese. Hi again, Caleb. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. Why'd you laugh like that? This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was at the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Ah! Okay. Sorry, guys. I promise you guys, it's unwarranted. Like, that's a fact. Yeah, we can go with that. It's a fact that my are unwarranted, but I don't know why they happen. They're definitely like, they're involuntary. I'm sorry. Thanks for keeping your... Is the music different? The music is slightly different, isn't it? No, it's fine. That's fine. Thanks for keeping your promise, Caleb. I'm just hallucinating. Ah! What was that? My, like, ear popped. My right ear, like, there was a popping sound. But it wasn't. It didn't pop, but there was a popping sound.
Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Watch out! Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. The classroom is crooked. The music's definitely off a little bit. And the classroom is crooked. Yeah, I haven't even done anything with literature, and you guys are putting me right into writing poems. That's fun.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Huh. You're in front of it. Monica, you're in front of the words. Monica, you're in front of the words. I can't read this.
Atsuki certainly does have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Me?
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Caleb.
We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri, okay. Well, if you want to really give me some comfort, okay, you know what would be awesome? Like, legit, like, cool? Like, putting something in that back closet, but make it really hard to see, so you have to look at it for a while to, like, see something in that back closet. That would be fantastic. The music's definitely off, just a little bit. I don't know what's, like, sometimes it goes wrong, but, like, for the rest of it's good. So, like, a bad thing happens in the song, and then, like, you're like, whoa, is something wrong with the music? I'm just seeing things now. Because it looked like something on the chalkboard changed, but I'm just seeing things now. And then like, the music like doesn't, and then you're like, is the music wrong? And then you listen to it for a little bit, and nothing bad happens. And then you're like, oh, I must be going crazy. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Shoots her. Doesn't shoot a disappointed glance at her. She shoots her.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Yeah, about that. I can't really say no either way, can I? Like you said, I'm in this club now, so I might as well read. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Especially if it's a good book. The music just slowed down a little bit.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
It's not a good book, is it? It's not going to be a good book, is it? It's going to be a terrible book, isn't it?
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it. I mean, if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? You think she's accidentally doing this? Maybe she's doing it on purpose. You don't know. It could be her whole ploy. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Wow, that's amazing. It's almost like she really likes books or something. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
It's a bad book, isn't it? All the jump cuts are bad. The classroom's even now. It's not a slant anymore. Classroom's not a slant anymore. Okay. You think I'm dumb, huh? Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities in the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. I feel like I haven't learned anything about Natsuki, like barely anything. So it'll be good to talk to her at least a little bit. You looking for something in here? You looking for that? You're looking for a fucking Monica? She's ready to. She's a little thirsty, aren't you?
Fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Okay, if you say so. How did you know anyway? Obviously, she's into manga. She's organizing it.
How'd you bring it up at some point? Besides, it's kind of written on your face. You're a nerd.
What's that supposed to mean? I see? There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the set. The rest.
Ah, much better.
Hey, I just got a comment. Hey, they're commenting on a, Steins Gate video.
Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that, Phil. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
That's not true. I don't think that's... Oh, maybe he's like a really avid reader though. I don't know. Like, because just because a series isn't popular doesn't mean it's terrible. I'd actually think the really popular ones aren't that good. Like, aren't as good as some of the, like, more, like, the smaller anime. But that's just my opinion, you know?
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. But I'll tell you one thing, Caleb. Consider this a lesson straight up.
Don't judge a book! I can't even finish it. She's just like, don't judge a book. I'm just picturing that, like, that's how she's saying it. She's like, don't judge a book. All right. And in fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls with the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves a book right into my hands. God, I hate this. This is awful. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window. Window what? She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Okay. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I'll take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Huh? Why is that?
I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that, idiot. Don't make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Oh, I notice, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Let's go on a date. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't do that either. The only manga I've read in full, and I didn't even read it in full because I skipped a few chapters because they were kind of pointless, let's be honest, was Nisekoi. Because like over 100 chapters, they did not talk about the main point of the manga, and then like randomly they bring it up again. They're like, guys, remember the locket? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, yeah, totally. We totally care about the locket now. I enjoyed reading it, but I remember like I went up to where it was, and then I stopped reading it for a while for it to catch up, and then I had to read it over again. So that's like the only time I've ever like read a manga over again to like get to where I was. And that's why I almost like barely, and I was gonna do it a third time because I had to wait again for it like to come out, and that's when it was over. And so I was just like, I'll just read the last one. Because I only had like a few in between, and then I read the last one. I was like, oh, that's great. And then he ended up with Chitoge. Spoiler, sorry. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We all knew it was gonna happen. Don't be acting like that's a spoiler. I'm sorry if anyone's watching the anime and they're actually wondering.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out, actually.
Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Really? Hey, whoa! Are you sure this isn't boring you? She looks so small. I don't even want to interact with her. I don't even want to talk to her. Like, look how... She looks like a little kid. I don't even want to talk to her. I can interact with her, but not on like a romantic level. She looks too young for this. Are you sure this isn't boring you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Huh? You don't?
That's not... Well, I mean, I wouldn't really know.
She doesn't have any friends. Come on, dude. Come on, Caleb. Stop being so dense. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Huh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just like manga. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Yeah. Ugh. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Yeah, I've found some friends who won't judge, but a few and far between are the friends who actually like it too. Very much so. And even if they do like it, that doesn't mean they like that. Even if they do like anime, that doesn't mean they like all anime. And then it's rough. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? Don't just say it's pretty accurate. That's kind of rude.
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it at my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this.
What? What? Why? What on earth? Why would he do that? Why would he even, like, why would that even be an idea in his head? Be like, oh, my daughter reads manga? Let me beat her.
At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Yeah, I just can't win, can I?
Am I not gonna... What paid off in the end, didn't it? Did it? Did it? Are we just gonna ignore the part of where her dad beats her, apparently? I mean, here I am reading it. Ah!
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
I mean, okay. I thought you were having fun, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Are we reading it? Time passes, I guess. I read the whole manga. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Oh, she's asleep. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Wah! Oh! Hey! That's what I'm talking about. This is my jam. Yeah, me too. I also say, what Shiba?
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay?
I don't think so. I would say she's the opposite of okay. Who's behind me? I would say she's okay. Not okay, I mean. She's the opposite of it.
Here.
Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. I thought it was going to be a huge knife. And I was going to be like, no. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. This is kind of scary in and of itself.
I told you not to give...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. The whole thing?
Don't worry, Caleb. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her.
You're treating her like a dog. This is creepy. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. Oh, yeah, let's do Natsuki since we were just talking to her. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh, God, I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. You're dumb.
Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? Wrote this when I could have been doing other things, you know? In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it with a good poem. I hope you're happy, idiot.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Ugh, that's not what I'm saying at all, stupid.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
Can you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important or anything, stupid.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. No, she's a full-on tsundere. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. I think it's a win. I'd say so. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Ugh, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make it me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I bet I could have showed you like a piece. I could have had a booger in my paper, and it would have been better than that. No offense.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I mean, I love it. It's fantastic. It's the best thing I've ever read.
What? Just be honest, idiot.
I am. I mean, why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? I mean, it's just kind of on another level. It means more than what you're reading, you know? Like there's something, another thing to it, another level in and of itself.
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. People shouldn't judge you just because how you write. They should judge you for what you're writing. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits your head. Like in this poem, you know? It's all these things can do all these things, but humans can just try, you know? That's all we can do. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. He's like, yeah, I guess age doesn't really matter. You know? You know what I'm saying? Love is love. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. It's all good. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No, not at all. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What were you saying? I mean, I raise my voice all the time. I just talk loudly in general, so it's a-okay with me, Yuri. Right, okay. She, like, took her hand away, and I thought there was, like, blood in her chest. I'm just seeing things, guys. It's 2222. That's cool. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit it two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. And I'm baffled. I just can't speak at all. Totally baffled away. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. I guess because we altered our poem to mean more to Natsuki this time, just by accident, just because I wanted all the happy things, that Natsuki really liked that, I guess. I guess that's what happened. And that's why she was so like, wow, this is amazing. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't that supposed to be the point of the literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate breath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, it's just the same thing. I think Monica's probably going to be the same thing, too. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is awesome. Like, beautiful. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Judy? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Caleb. Really? I must have totally missed that point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Poets, even. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you too, Yudi. Who should I go to next? It sounds like Monica.
Hi, Caleb. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for a club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow and not doing anything at all.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Caleb. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. For sure. All past the barrier.
Yeah, that's sure. That's true. Yeah, sure, for sure. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, Caleb.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It's kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. She's in a fussy mood pretty often. Her dad beats her, but sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because of her malnutrition and is interfering with her adolescent growth.
This is awful. This is absolutely terrible. This is definitely child abuse. Oh my goodness.
But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know?
No, don't say that. You should not say that. Definitely not about this situation. Sure, some guys are into petite girls, and that's fine. But not in this situation. I don't think you should say something like that. Obviously, she's being neglected. If this was a dog, no one would be like, oh, no one would be okay with this. Everyone would be like, whoa, feed that dog and stuff or whatever. You know, you're abandoning that dog. Come on. We need to call child services, and I know it's really hard to, like, for them to, like, be able to, like, actually find crucial, like, evidence on this, but, like, obviously she's not eating, and, I mean, you could kind of blame it on her, but to some point you have to believe her that she's not being fed right.
Sorry, just looking at the bright side.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. I mean, you are the president.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. This sounds different, right? I don't think we read this. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. It's right there. Swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform. That's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of a style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So this is also alluding to the fact that Monica is this outside character, kind of, like knowing what's happening in the world, but it's showing that, like, Natsuki and Yuri are kind of oblivious to what's happening, but Monica is slightly aware, it seems.
I'm kind of reserved to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
I just got a hey you up text. But it was from a guy, so it's not like a weird kind of text.
Another way to think about this, just so you move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
We've already read that advice. That's why I interrupted her like that. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Okay. I think it's just a flute that sounds weird and making it sound different. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. I think that's also what, like, when Monica was, like, over the text, I think that's what was also alluding to her being outside of the realm of influence, kind of, in a way. I think that's what it was, but I'm not sure. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks? Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Caleb did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Caleb liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Caleb appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Caleb started showing up.
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
This doesn't involve you.
Talking out your own insecurities on... Taking out your own...
taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You're really acting as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa. Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Caleb hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she's just noticed I was standing here. I don't like this, guys. I wanted to be really into the conversation while I was talking, so I didn't want to make any commentary, but I also wanted to make the... Kind of sounds like Mario, but also why is this happening? It's really kind of weird, and it's all staticky and scary, and I don't know what's happening, and there's a light outside of my bedroom, and I'm scared.
Caleb, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it.
Okay, that's like the most kiddish thing you can say. Which one do I go for? We've been with Natsuki so far, so let's do it again. Okay, Natsuki. Hey, Monica, what's up? Hey, I can still search Yuri. Haha. What do you think about that?
Hey, Caleb. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Is that something? I mean, this is just, the tension is too big in this game. I just think we should, just get out here, clear the air. Okay? Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk while her palms are on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it!
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. We're dead. Caleb, please don't hate me.
Please! I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. You know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay just a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm the vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Caleb. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm really sorry for causing trouble. But please stay.